All right, let's get right into it. You've just finished a long, hard day. You've earned this free time, right? But somehow it just seems to evaporate. In this explainer, we're going to break down exactly why that happens and, more importantly, how you can get your evenings back. And here's the twist. It's not about managing your time. It's about managing something way more valuable, your energy.
Sound familiar? You crash on the couch, just for a minute you tell yourself, and you pick up your phone. Next thing you know, boom, it's 10 p.m. You spent hours scrolling, but you don't feel rested, you don't feel connected, you just feel drained. What in the world is going on here?
Okay, first things first, let's get one thing straight. This is not a personal failure. It is not about you lacking willpower. You are literally up against systems that have been meticulously, brilliantly designed to capture and hold on to your attention. So this isn't a you problem, it's a design problem. And that's good news, because it means we can solve it with a better design.
So let's start by actually understanding the trap we're in. It's not an accident that you get stuck scrolling through your feed. Trust me, it's the entire point of the system. This right here is a really crucial insight, and it comes from people who used to be on the inside. At Instagram, for example, they discovered that content from celebrities kept people on the app way longer than posts from their actual friends. So what did they do? The platform's whole design shifted to maximize your screen time, not to foster your connections. You're not just fighting a simple distraction. You're up against an army of data scientists. So, if the problem is that our energy is being hijacked and drained, well, the solution is to start treating that energy like the precious currency it really is. And this is a huge mindset shift. For years, we've been told to just manage our time better. But time is fixed, right? We all get the same 24 hours. Energy, though, energy's a whole different ballgame. It's renewable, but it goes up and down. Time management basically assumes you can be a robot with consistent focus all day. Energy management, on the other hand, acknowledges that you're human and you operate in these natural cycles. The goal is no longer to just squeeze more stuff in. It's to work better, not longer. And this right here shows you the real-world impact. This isn't just some fluffy wellness trend. A Harvard Business Review study actually found that when a bank trained its employees in energy management, the revenue from those same employees jumped by 13%. It works because it's based on how our bodies and minds actually function. So, the very first step is to understand your own personal rhythm, your chronotype. That's just your natural biological clock for when you have the most energy. Are you a morning person? A night owl? Try tracking your energy levels for just a week. You'll start to see your own peaks and valleys, and you can begin scheduling your life with them, not fighting against them. Okay, so once you understand your energy, how do you actually direct it where you want it to go? Well, that's where this beautifully simple framework comes in. It's like a toolkit for building good habits that actually recharge you. These are the 4 laws of behavior change, made famous by James Clear. Think of them as 4 simple levers you can pull to make good habits feel almost effortless. Let's break down how each one works. I absolutely love this example because it's so strange but so effective. This is the first law: make it obvious. In action. By giving people a super clear, simple cue, a target, their behavior changed automatically, without even thinking about it. That cue triggers the action. So if you want to build a new habit, you have to make the cue impossible to miss. The second law is to make it attractive. Because, let's be honest, our habits are hugely shaped by the people and the environment around us. This story is just incredible. 4 classmates from the same program all became astronauts. Can you imagine? In their world, that unbelievably ambitious goal just seemed normal, even attractive. You can do the exact same thing by joining a book club or a running group. You make your desired habit the social norm. Next up, law number 3, make it easy. This is all about reducing friction. It's about addition by subtraction. So instead of trying to use sheer willpower to resist your phone, just make it harder to use. Delete those distracting apps from your home screen. Or try using an accessibility feature to turn your screen black and white after 8 p.m. Suddenly, the right choice becomes the path of least resistance. And finally, the 4th law. Make it satisfying. This is crucial because our brains are wired to repeat behaviors that feel good. In one wild experiment, people's bodies responded to the idea of an indulgent shake, not its actual calorie count. The lesson here: when you finish a good habit, take a second. Savor that feeling of accomplishment. That little hit of satisfaction tells your brain, hey, let's do that again tomorrow. All right, we've got the theory down. Now let's put this stuff into practice and actually design an evening that leaves you feeling refreshed, not depleted.
And look how simple this can be. You want to read more? Make it obvious. Put a book right on your pillow. You want to avoid scrolling? Make it easy. Delete the app from your home screen. Make going to the gym attractive by joining a group with friends. Make it satisfying by tracking your progress. You see, you're not just hoping for a better evening anymore, you're actively engineering one.
Now, to make this even more powerful, it helps to think about the different types of energy you need to replenish. It's not just one big battery you need to charge.
Think of this as your personal recharge menu. Feeling physically exhausted? A light walk might actually be better for you than just collapsing on the couch. Is your brain fried? Read something for pure pleasure, not for work. Feeling emotionally drained? Call a friend. The key is to consciously pick an activity that refills the specific battery that's running low.
Okay, let's bring it all home. You know about your energy cycles, you have the 4 laws, and you've got a whole menu of activities. Now you can build a powerful, personalized plan.
And this is the master key. The 4 laws can be flipped. They can be inverted to break your bad habits. To stop scrolling, you make the cue invisible by putting your phone in another room. You make it unattractive by reminding yourself how lousy it makes you feel. You make it difficult with screen time apps. You see how it works? This 2-sided framework is basically all you need.
So if you remember just 2 things from all of this, let it be these. First, stop trying to manage time and start managing your energy. Get to know your natural rhythms. And second, use these 4 laws to consciously direct that energy into habits that build you up, instead of just letting it get drained away by default. And that brings us to the final and, honestly, the most important step: just taking action. Don't try to change your entire life overnight. Just ask yourself the question on the screen. What is one single, tiny thing you can do tonight to make a better choice the easier choice? Because that's how this whole thing starts. That's how you begin to reclaim your evenings.